talk radio. We have a couple of rock stars around this stage from Wausau, Pat Snyder.
Wow, thank you, Mark, and what a beautiful looking bunch of Americans. Wow! WSAU, AM 550, 99.9. Before, when you traveled from the Milwaukee, Madison area, listening to the talk radio and trying to get to Minneapolis, it was a wasteland. But now, WSAU is there. We bring you conservative talk. So you've got your, you can go from Paul Ryan to Michelle Bachmann and not be deprived. Speakers, I am amazed. 8,300 last year. I got to say, there's over 10,000 here today. And a lot of my liberal progressive callers that are against the Tea Party and call us names, I kind of put it to the fact that an analogy, they're jealous of what we have. Don't they? It's like the Lion fans upset with us Packer fans. They wish they could be a pro football team too. So you got to put things in perspective. You know, the one thing about this movement is, and I can tell by the crowd, by the reaction when you hear bill numbers that come up, you're oohing and on. You are educated. You're getting involved. And a lot of people are going back and rediscovering history. They're rediscovering our founding fathers. And if people do not think that was a true miracle from God, what those people did, something's wrong. To put those gentlemen together in that time period and to create the document that is the blueprint for the greatest nation in the world, I don't know what else could be said. A lot of times I like to go to the Star Wars analogy. You know, where the Jedi's come out, they're founding fathers for the Jedi's. And unfortunately, as time goes on, our congressmen, senators, and yes, even presidents, they had good intentions going into Washington, D.C., but then were turned to the dark side. You know how it goes. Something about the power, the control, and the money. They got into Washington, D.C., they forgot what the message was. They liked the control. They liked the power. They wanted to keep it. But guess what got in the way? The Constitution. So what they had to do, this has been, you know, we're here now, we're talking about November, which is like a battle in my book. It's just one battle. A battle that's going to go on for decades, because if we let up, we're going to repeat this, or our great-grandkids will, in 100 years or so. That's what happened the last time. In the 1900s, we had to battle back a movement to make government the authoritative control over this country. They came in, they worked on our educational system, and they worked on taking God out of the equation. You go back and read the Founding Fathers. How in the world can anyone think that God and the Judeo-Christian principle wasn't involved in this? And they did it not to establish a religion. They did it to establish a morality. To know right from wrong. So let's see. I'm now dark, whatever. Turn to the dark side. What do I got to do? I better take religion out of things. I got to make religion and turn it to the government as now the new God. You know, I get so many callers that say, well, what did we do before Lyndon Johnson's Great Society? You know, were people dying in the streets? No, you know what it was? We took care of each other. Man, took care. How many of you went over to your grandparents and the great-grandparents were living with them? You know, my daughter gave me a card that said, be careful how you treat me. I get to choose your nursing home. You know, that could be a government thing now. Watch out what you say about me. I choose your medical people. We have to get back control. That's the whole secret. We have to get back the morality, the Judeo-Christian principles. Because with that, right from wrong is seen clearly by our politicians. And we have to go back into the educational systems. We go into the grade schools, and guess what? We tell the kids this: life is hard. You have to work for everything you get. Right on! There are going to be hardships. If you compete in a game, we're going to give you a medal, not 50 competition medals that everyone participated. That's baloney. No wonder we're so whippy. No wonder people get upset when you say something cross, because no one ever has faced failure. And failure is growth. That's the only way we grow and learn. And we're being denied the fact of fail by the government that interferes with everything we do. Now Congress wants to make Major League Baseball ban smokeless tobacco, so the guys can't chew in the dugout anymore. Well, if they want to have their jaws go to cancer and fall off, that's their business. We know they're smart enough. Let them decide for themselves. So those are some of the principles that we're learning as we go along. You know, and they say, oh, you know, you just whine. Well, I got some solutions. I mean, they're telling me to whine. That's like the grape calling the vine green. I had to use something different than the kettle. Here's my solution. And I think this would be a profound solution that might change the whole dichotomy of this political scene. Our politicians come back from recesses, 4 or 6 weeks, several times a year. Well, let's reverse that. Let's let them go to Washington for sessions to vote, and let them come back here the bulk of the year in their districts. And see us every day. Praise us every day. You know, when kids go off to college, they suddenly have freedom, and look what happens in their first year. They party and have a good time. Well, our politicians run off to Washington, and they forget what they're there for. And that's what happens. They lose connect with us. And then one last thing. This whole movement is duty. As Americans, it is our duty. On April 27th, I have the honor of covering the first never-forgotten honor flight from central Wisconsin. We are taking over 100 World War II veterans to the Washington World War II Memorial. And I tell you, these gentlemen, they're leaving us in a hurry, so we're doing it as fast as we can. But they performed their duty. This is a war to get our country back to our founding fathers. The battle is November. The next battle is the next election. From school